Oh, and welcome back to the Talos Principle 2. We have found our way towards the island of the Talos Principle 2, right? From here we have found our way to the first area with the puzzles, called the East one. And just making our way around, exploring the area, finding different puzzles, what to do. We have already found some lost labs, so some puzzles outside of the numbering scheme. We found the golden gates, but we do not have any access to those. Right now I'm looking where I can find number 3 to keep things progressing supposedly the way they should be. No, that's one of the lost ones. Is there not a... Because this is number 4, you say, right? Okay, 3 is somewhere here. Oh, what is that? Founding 1 from Hypatia's Journals, Volume 1. Hypatia was one of the first companions, right? We finally set out from the dam today. The site that Athena and Cornelius picked for the city isn't far, but the vegetation makes the going difficult. We found the secondary supply site easily enough, thanks to Alexandra Drennan's instructions, but while I still have to compile a detailed inventory, it seems that many of the more complex materials are in bad shape. They must have expected the simulation to fulfill its purpose a lot sooner. But then they probably expected all 12 of us to be there from day one, not just Athena. Tonight we have to use the 2 recharging ports that we brought from the dam in 4-hour shifts, which is just as well. There is no telling what sort of critters are hiding in the undergrowth, and most of them will have to learn that our kind isn't edible. From the introduction to Are We There Yet?, Where We Came From, Where We Are Going, and Why You Need Snacks by Valerie Contera Romero. Sometimes people point at the last few hundred or 1,000 years of human history and say, look at how ugly it all is. Look at what a mess we've made. Maybe modernity was a bad idea. Maybe we should stick to living like cavemen. And I get it. It is ugly and messy. But the mistake is thinking that where we are right now is the end point. That this is the adulthood of the human species. I mean, try to apply what you know about human development to human history. Think about babies. Babies are ugly. Admit it, we all know it, they look like tiny old people covered in mucus. They have soft heads, and they grow into children, tiny sociopaths with underdeveloped brains. And then they become teenagers, pimply, self-righteous lunatics driven by hormones. And then, slowly, if you're lucky, they gradually become adults. The development of the human individual is always ugly and messy, but that's the point. It's development towards something. The same applies to humanity as a whole. On a geological scale, we've barely just come into existence. We've gotten through the baby phase, just about survived our childhood, but we're barely teenagers. Stopping here would be disastrous and a betrayal of everything that we could still become. We may feel the weight of history on our shoulders, but this is just a prologue. To put it in pop culture terms, we haven't even made it out of the tutorial yet. Just because it's all pimplets and hormones and frustration right now doesn't mean it's never going to change. From Consideration of Beginnings and Endings by Elvin, 258. I think all that time Athena spent in the dead city changed her. I don't think she had conceived of the goal before. I think she believed fully in the naively optimistic ideals of Alexandra Drennan. But walking through those ruins is a visceral experience, and she spent a great deal of time there looking for resources. It's the sheer amount of death that gets to me. How many animals our ancestors killed, many to the point of extinction. Entire species eradicated, sometimes for the most superficial reasons. Whenever humans arrived somewhere, death would follow. And then the great blowback. The deaths of billions of thinking beings, the extinction of humanity itself. It's too horrific to truly imagine, but I suspect the founders spent a great deal of time doing just that. That's when she must have realized that there was no way back to the growth-obsessed, all-consuming civilization of the past. So what kind of puzzle do we have over here? Castling. Castling and bustling? I know it's horrible. I know. You don't need to say that. I only have one RGB converter. Yeah, but you don't need an RGB converter for that, do you? Okay, hold on a moment. If you get green, and if you get red, you may get blue, and then you can probably do this thing. And then, if this can provide blue, and I need green, then I may be able to shove red over there. Ah, god damn it. Well, you don't need that one, right?
I have good news and I have bad news. Still no idea what those particle clouds are, but I've managed to fix the transport system. I mean, I fixed another bit of it. Well, it goes to one more station now. Don't complain. 2 stations are better than none.
What was the problem?
If I didn't know any better, I'd say it was sabotage. The whole system is a mess.
Let's not make any assumptions. Yaqut, what does the next site look like?
It's a plateau in the mountains. Seems like more of an open area with scattered structures, less enclosed. Couldn't tell much from the drone feed. There's a lot of trees. Looks pretty though.
Okay. Keep exploring, everyone, but stay alert.
Why are you green now? Why are you blue now? I can reset the puzzle though. Yeah, if I begin to mess up the colors, we are gonna be in a world of trouble. Yeah. Okay, that is not how it will work. But that is mighty interesting. Alternative option. Alternative option, you see. Well, our end goal is to get the green one. Okay, I can turn this thing on and off. Okay, I see. So I can... I cannot select them from here? Oh, that kinda sucks. Okay, I can, however, do this. Wait a second. I can go up here, select you, select you, select you, try to connect you. It won't work. Shush. Turn you off, put you here, grab you with connections, shove you here, activate, boom.
Good work. Keep going.
Nice. The long-awaited birth of our 1000th and final citizen was interrupted today by an unknown projection in the skies. The projection, which identified itself as Prometheus, goaded New Jerusalem inhabitants in indecipherable incantations. In an interview with 1K, he suggested that the projection could be the work of someone outside New Jerusalem. This assessment appears to be correct, as the source of the projection was tracked to a remote mysterious island. A team led by Baran is now en route to find out more. Mayor Herman has once again called for calm and promises that New Jerusalem will be safe so long as the citizens do not forget the ideals of the goal as set forth by the founder. Yeah, this must be the underground one that I saw, right? Through the door. Well. Oh, we have a gem over here. Interesting. What's also interesting is that there is a receptacle for the blue white. Why? Well, maybe for this.
Melville, what did you just upload?
A photo?
I mean, technically you're right, but
Is that? I can't tell what that is.
how did you even manage? You're literally taking a picture with your eyes, Melville. I don't even know how to make my eyes go out of focus.
Clearly, you've never listened to one of Herman's speeches.
Some of us are busy doing actual science, not just sightseeing. Thank you.
Okay. Now, let's go to the puzzle number 6, shall we? This is alternatives. Okay. Let's see. I do have a red one, and this one gives me the green one, which would give me the blue one. So if I take you and you, I can get you and probably place you carefully over here. Okay, if I have blue, I need green one and blue one so that I can have red one. Okay, overwhelming at first, but doable.
The bridge ring seems to be fully charged now. Try accessing the tower, 1K.
But what will happen if I get a few extras? Seven should be just around the corner over here. Self-Sufficiency. Huh. Huh. Haha. And how the Well, I need both green and the blue in order to make red. That's pretty much understandable. The blue I can find only over here. I believe that both gates should be open, so both items should stand on the buttons. Because there is not enough elevation for me to get the rays from the like cages. I can theoretically reach this thing all the way from here, but why? God damn it. I mean, ain't no way I can find... Because this only can be reached from here, but you cannot reach the other thing from here. Unless you take this, you grab this. So this now works. So now you can add this too. Now you can take this thing away. Oh my god, we're cooking.
That was extremely convoluted.
There are only 2 stars in this whole area. I have no idea where. Then again, that's the idea behind stars. They are supposed to be difficult to get. Have I ever been down this road? I don't think so. I went extensively, like, along the other side of the lake, but not over here. At least I don't think so. Oh, that might lead me, yeah, to the lost puzzle. Okay. Lost puzzle is fine. And where does this road lead me to?
There's another one of those monuments.
Does it also have... Well... You... That is the thing! Guys, that is the thing. I need the green thing. I need a green thing to shoot into this thing. This must give me the star. A radiator? Seriously? Okay, there might be another artifact down this way. Yeah, those are just sticks, no worries. not just an artifact, it's another particle cloud. I guess we're following this thing. What the heck? Where was the statue with the green thing? You stay there. I thought I'd be able to notice it from somewhere here, but I do not. Maybe it's further down to the right. It's this one, right?
What is it?
Tell me about yourself.
Founders, pistons. You want my autobiography now? Fine. I'm one of New Jerusalem's chief engineers. I'm in charge of city maintenance and power management. I'm old as dirt, although not quite as old as that fossil Byron. In short, old, grumpy, keep stuff running.
I hear you're a big fan of Yaqut's cat.
Listen, one day that furry little demon is gonna pee on the wrong cable and all of New Jerusalem will just turn off. Forget about the megastructure. He's the biggest threat to our security.
Do you have any hobbies?
Hobbies? You think I have time for hobbies? That's cute. If I had time for hobbies, all of you would be dead.
Really? Nothing?
What do you want me to say? I like bubble baths, candy, and the concept of Tuesdays. Cities don't maintain themselves. If you don't put real effort into keeping stuff running, it all falls apart in just a few decades. Civilization is always on the brink of collapse unless we do something about it. And I do.
This is... Yeah, 100% agree. You always need to do maintenance somewhere for something. And thank God we... thank you all the people who actually do maintenance on our cities and ensure our comfortable survival. Maybe even thriving. What's your evaluation of the megastructure?
It's big. It's too big. And it's got a lot of energy running through it. Frankly, I think we should be pooping our robot pants. See, That's what I mean about the language libraries. Poop in our pants. Really?
Did you have a look at one of those labs?
I did. It's interesting. The tech is a bit older, but it's been heavily modified to be more efficient. And it's not the kind of hack job you'd expect either. Whoever did this knew what they were doing. We could probably learn something from them.
Where could all this tech have come from?
I guess it could be discarded New Jerusalem tech. The mayor made us throw away a bunch of stuff that was perfectly fine, if you ask me. But I'm not sure. I'll check to see if I can find any serial numbers, and I'll get back to you.
Any progress on the particle clouds?
Yes, but I'm not liking the results.
What are they?
Confusing, irritating, infuriating. Take your pick.
Okay, that's all. You know what I've been thinking? That it could be that, like, most of the puzzle areas are enclosed spaces. I'm not entirely confident that you can just find a way to launch a green beam from somewhere from the puzzle areas, because there are walls. Wait, did I miss it? What the hell? Oh, it's right here. Goddamn. Maybe, just maybe, you can kinda make out the view of the thing. Okay, let's try to get our bearings. What do we have over here? We can enable the thing, which would be insanely useful, to be honest. And we need two of them to work. Okay. Okay. Then what else do we have? We have the red source over here. And then we need green to solve this one. Okay. We need green for everything. I mean, that might work, but I do not have... Oh, okay, I see what you want me to do. I cannot take you away. Okay. We need next plan. Okay. We can have a cube. Means we don't need to hold you anymore. We can do this almost. Not quite. Oh, you will probably just fall, right? If I enable you from here. Oh, god damn it, you don't see this thing. What am I missing? I feel like eventually I should be able to abandon this button if I am able to launch something over there. But then that something must be green. If that must be green, then you should end up over here. If you would end up over here, you will need to have red somehow. Let's see. So my bet that you will just fall off. Yep. Because you need to have a cube. But if I remove this cube right now, I'm cooked. So okay. Star! Yes! Yes! It is a star, right?
When the first man picked up the first stone, he did not do so to forge a tool. He did so to smite his brother.
It is a star, yes. Okay. I've discovered what seems like another mystery to solve. Stars, clearly inspired by the simulation, which I gained by solving puzzles related to these monuments to Pandora, Prometheus, and the Sphinx. Perhaps these stars are somehow related to what Yaqut dubbed the Astronomical Temple. Interesting.
I think that was more like a recording. The entity didn't appear, and the system didn't react either.
Stars. Another reflection of the simulation.
Okay, you might be able to actually hit this thing somehow. A very good question is actually how. Yep. Okay. Hang on. I'm cooking here. God damn it. Got him.
One case solved all the puzzles in this area, but nothing happened. There was a brief blip in the system, though. Maybe it'll do something later. There has to be some sort of point.
So if we get the stars, and that is related to the monuments, can I revisit the monument on the other side? There's like this faint purple thing. The only message you say is find my sprite and follow it until it leads you back to me. The only sprite I can think of, like, if this is Prometheus, if I understand correctly who that is, then his sprite would be fire. Oh god. And it is right here. Can I jump from the top somehow? I got the fire, not the star yet. That's a bit anticlimactic, but okay, part of our research and exploration, I guess. We got the fire, but nothing happened yet. Maybe something will happen a bit later, now that we have the fire. The point is that we also have this weird thing. Oh god.
I don't know if this is relevant, but St. Edwald believed that Tetramenos represented the name of God and God's ability to reshape the world.
True, but he was also mad as a hatter.
One man's madness is another man's genius.
So perhaps I am following this thing. Nice.
Not all things must be balanced. When good is weighed against evil, tip the scale.
And who am I to judge what's good and what's evil? Use my best guess? I'm very satisfied, like, for this first area about my progress so far. We don't know anything about gold puzzles yet, but I found a few stars, and I'm very pleased that it was not that painful.
Rangers.
Those were actually the only ones I was good at. What? I'm just saying.
Can I employ your help then? I don't like these things. I'm just happy that the first ones that we encounter so far are gentle ones. But I warn you, if they will begin to fry my brain, I will likely to give up and just say, nope, we're gonna solve these tetrominos with a guide. It's not my cup of tea and I do not enjoy them much. Okay, this is one ominous structure, I can tell you that much.
Is that some kind of anti-gravity?
I'm not sure. Could be, I guess.
In the beginning, the gods shaped humankind out of the clay of the earth and gave them life with their own breath. But who is closer to perfection, the creator or the created?
Neither? Perfection is impossible?
The man who lives on the plains imagines that the gods dwell on the mountaintop. But if he followed the steep road, he would see his shadow in the clouds beneath. When Prometheus saw that humankind was more alike in nature to the gods than to the animals, he stole the secret of fire from Olympus and shared it with the mortals. Was his theft justified?
Lady, what the hell is going on here? I mean, first and foremost, it's very difficult to justify theft because it's a crime, however you look at it. There always should be a better solution than to resort to crime in the first place. Having said that, if Zeus really stole the fire himself, like it was not his own in the first place, then when Prometheus stole it from the Zeus, well, you cannot steal the stolen stuff. Because then the person does not own it in the first place. Parents should not leave their children helpless. Again, I lack... You need to put more details into this statement. Because when you allow a child to burn themselves on a hot pan, right? You give them the valuable lesson that stuff can be hot and hot can be dangerous, so you gotta watch out. Learning experience. That said, you do need to warn a child that it's hot, but if the child does not believe you, well, that's an opportunity to learn for them. Knowledge must be earned, not given. That's very gatekeepy. I don't like it. I mean, education should be out there. Which is why I like that the concept of YouTube and a bunch of like learning videos exist and like free education libraries. Wonderful stuff. God damn it, knowledge belongs to all.
Fire may belong to the child, but the child will still burn itself.
Yeah, and
Angered by the betrayal of Prometheus, Zeus punished humankind by creating Pandora. He gave her a box, and when she opened it, from inside escaped sorrow and suffering. All that remained within was hope. What does this mean?
hope may still be found if we are willing to look for it. Hope is itself an evil like sorrow and suffering, while Lucky did not escape. We suffer, but we do not anticipate it. This is a blessing as Zeus intended it. Zeus intended for humankind to have hope. It should have been released. Zeus intended for humankind not to have hope, so it remains trapped. I'm sorry, but I don't see hope as an evil. Hope is something that we strive for, something that we attempt to achieve, and not all hope is useless. So eventually things that you are hoping for, they work out. Sometimes they don't, and then of course you think that hope was a fool's errand, yes. But come on, that's just life. Things not always work out. It doesn't mean that you should give up on hope either. I mean, if we suffer but we do not anticipate it, we are kinda silly. You should anticipate suffering. Life is unpredictable. I don't know, hope may still be found if we are willing to look for it.
Those who seek hope should ask themselves why it was imprisoned with the world's evils. Creature of clay, you stand before the fire. Will it make you whole, or will it destroy you? Consider the shadows cast by the flame, but do not mistake them for truth.
What in the world? Is this a giant jammer?
Guys, look at my stream. The beam 1K activated is connecting to the pyramid.
That looks like a massive amount of power.
We need to talk about what just happened. Thoughts?
I'd say there are two distinct issues here. What is the being 1K spoke to, and what is the function of the beam?
Let's start with the Sphinx.
It seems similar to the apparition in New Jerusalem. Presumably the same technology.
What I'd like to know is what we're dealing with, ontologically speaking. Was this a sentient being or some kind of recording?
Really, the interaction wasn't long enough to say
Let's
anything.
skip that issue for now.
Thank you.
What really matters here is what it was trying to achieve by asking those questions.
I think it was just being cryptic to annoy me. But why would it annoy you? The thing is, I have no
It
idea.
seemed like not exactly a riddle, but maybe a challenge?
That's an interesting thought. There's clearly some sort of testing component to this place. You solve the puzzles, you get access to the towers, you enable a beam, and if you do it 3 times, you get access to the megastructure.
Maybe, but why?
I don't know. It's a mystery. Don't you like mysteries, Al? Everybody likes a good mystery.
You know what I like? certainty.
We're all doomed. I mean, we should be careful. You always should be careful. What kind of statement is that? Of course you should be careful, but should you only be careful? You should also explore stuff. So, okay. We should be careful is probably the position of view of L. Come on, live a little. It's Byron's position. We're all doomed to like some bullshit. Say nothing is also bullshit, so like... yeah. Let's go, we should be careful.
I don't disagree, but I still think we should proceed.
And I agree with you on that.
Keep solving puzzles.
You got it,
The
boss.
rest of you, as you were.
Whoa, my legs are tripping. Okay. Let's get back to the hub area and maybe check out the Astronomy Temple. The constantly spawning frogs are just tripping me. Okay. There is a pictogram on the HUD. And it suggests that I did not see one of the terminals? Oh. No, it's just a bunch of them over here. But I have seen them. And I have interacted with them, right? Okay, what do you have to say?
1K, what's up?
What do you think the towers are for?
Maybe they're for powering up the megastructure? Or maybe they just open it, like keys. Why? No idea. But aren't they gorgeous? Just incredible feats of engineering?
I agree. They are beautiful, yes.
I don't know who built this place, but whoever they were, they must have had a purpose. Making something so beautiful feels like a statement of intent.
Okay, I got distracted by my navigation bar on the top. But now we will proceed to the transport
I think we're
pod.
done here for now. Let's head over to the next site.
That's an idea. I want to check the temple as I said, because I have a couple of stars, so... So let's see. release stars. Clearly we need more, but there is an application for them, and that's a start. Oh, I'm positively glowing about the prospects of that. I have no idea what kind of mysteries are behind that, but I'm all in. Let's find all these stars. If they will be I don't want to say simple to find, but if they're not like these secrets that you need to extensively hunt down over the entire map, if there are clearly defined statues and you can like at least get a hint what they want to do from you, like hunt down a sprite or point a green thingy to it, I'm all in. Like, it will be easier for me to find out what they want from me, and maybe I can myself figure out what, like, how can I facilitate that.
Hi everybody, I'm sure you're all excited to check out the next side. But while you're there, remember that I'm still trying to fix the rest of the transport system. Maybe there's another one of those labs that 1K found. If there is, look for more documentation, please.
Oh yeah, there are a lot of question marks. Oh, that is so nice. That will be our bridge. I think what they're doing right now, so the first bridge that I encountered was segmented, right? So you have first portion a break, second portion a break, third portion. Here I only see one break and two segments, right? I don't see the third segment over there. And I'm afraid that eventually they will introduce you like a vast gap that you need to somehow cover. And this is what I'm afraid of.
Hey there, 1K.
Sup? What do you make of the Sphinx?
I don't know what she is, ontologically speaking, but those questions she asked reinforce my belief that we're being tested, or perhaps analyzed.
Well, I think this might be one of our statues. I'm also thinking about wrapping it over here. We just saved after we had our conversation with Byron. And I think it would be just a nice moment to stop. We have completed the exploration of the first area, the east one. We got almost everything out of there except for the Golden Gate puzzle. Perhaps that is something that will come a bit later, hopefully so. But for now it's going swimmingly, and it's such a nice ride so far. It's wonderful, and I hope you enjoy it just as much as I do. And with that positive thought, I would like to call it an episode. Thank you for staying with me. I hope you enjoy my company and my gameplay, and if that is the case, then please leave me a like and subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, let me know down in the comments what I can improve for you. I hope to see you next time. Have a nice day out there, and bye.